Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter operation with integers. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 7 math. Chapter we're on right now is operations with integers. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is integer addition and subtraction rules. So let's just start with the lesson. So when adding or subtracting integers, we need to apply some rules. Those rules we are going to learn here, right? So let's just start with the first example. Is 5 minus 2 positive or negative? So, so 5, 2 is a smaller number, right? We are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one, right? So when we are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one, the answer must be positive, right? So that means 5 minus 2 equals 3. So 5 take away 2 equals 3. You can see the result is also positive. You can check by doing maths, right? By adding or subtracting. So when you subtract, answer is positive. Let's just start with the test questions. Is 6 plus 4 positive or negative? So 6 plus 4, both the numbers are positive, right? So adding two positive number means the answer is also positive. You can see by adding 6 plus 4 is simply 10. So the correct option is option number 2, that is positive. Is 43 plus negative 1 positive or negative? So 1 is a smaller number and 43 is a positive number, right? So here we're subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one. So the answer must be positive. We can rewrite it like this. Adding a negative number is same as subtracting. It would be 43 minus 1. So 43 minus 1 is 42. So the correct option is 42. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? That is positive. Is 5 minus 2 positive or negative? Positive it is, right? Subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one, the answer is always positive. Is 4 minus negative 8 positive or negative? So subtracting a negative number is same as adding. You can note down these sentences. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. So the correct option is positive. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is 3 plus negative 7? 3 plus negative 7 positive or negative? So 7 is greater in magnitude, right? So 7 is, you are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one. Adding a positive negative number is same as subtracting. It is like this. So we are subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one. Answer must be negative. So that is negative 4. The correct option is negative. Option number 1 is the correct option. 3 plus negative 7 positive or negative? That is negative. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is negative 79 minus negative 30 positive or negative? So subtracting a negative number is same as adding. So 79 is greater in magnitude, so answer must be negative. The correct option is negative. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is negative. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is negative 7 plus negative 89 positive or negative? Negative it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is negative 99 plus Negative 93, positive or negative? Negative it is. Both the numbers are negative. Answer must be negative. Is negative 1 plus 27 positive or negative? Positive it is. Is 75 minus 56 positive or negative? That is positive. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is negative 8 plus 3 positive or negative? Negative it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Is 87 plus 36 positive or negative? Positive it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is 2 plus negative 6 positive or negative? Negative it is. Option number 1 is the correct option. Is 37 minus negative 69 positive or negative? Positive it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. Add and subtract. Add negative 4 plus 3. So 4 is the greater number with a greater magnitude, right? That has the answer must be negative. 3 minus 4 equals -1. That is -1, right? Let's just start with the test questions. 2 minus -2. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. So 2 plus 2 makes 4. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. The correct option is 4. 1 minus -3 is same as adding. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is 4. Option number 2 is the correct option. -1 minus 1. -2 it is. The correct option is -2. Adding a same Adding a negative number is same as subtracting. So that is 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. The correct option is 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. 4 minus 1 is 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. -4 plus -5. Adding two negative number means we need to collect them. That would be -9. -3 and +3 makes 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. -5, -3. So which is the correct option? That is -8. Option number 1 is the correct option. -2 plus -1. -3, it is option number 1 is the correct option. -2 minus -2. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. So negative 2 plus 2 makes 0. The correct option is 0. 2 minus 3 equals, we're subtracting a smaller number out of the greater one. So 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 4 plus 3. That is negative 1. Option number 2 is the correct option. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. Negative 2 plus 4 equals 2. The correct option is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. 5 plus 5, which is the correct option. That is 10. 5 plus 5 makes 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Negative 1 plus negative 2. So adding a negative number is same as subtracting. So my negative 1, negative 2 equals. That is negative 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. Two minus negative 3. Subtracting a negative number is same as adding. 2 plus 3 is 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Four plus negative 3. That is one option. Number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is complete subtraction equations with integers. Type the integer that makes the following subtraction sentence true. So the basic number minus negative 6 equals negative 1. So we are given the options. We need to try them one by one. If 6 means you need to add. That equals 13. 5 minus negative 6 is 11. Negative 7 minus 6 is negative 1. Minus 5 subtract negative 6 is 1. So the number negative 7 makes the statement true. So the correct option is negative 7. Let's just start with the test questions. Type the integer that makes the following statement true. So we are given the options. Start with them. 8 minus 6 equals 1. So 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 is not equal to 1. That isn't the correct option. Look at the second one. 7 minus 6. 1 is equal to 1. So the correct option is yes, they are exactly equal. So 7 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following statement true. So let's see which option makes negative 8, right? Start with the first option. 4 minus 4 is equal to negative 8. 4 minus 4 is 0. 0 is not equal to negative 8. Negative 4 equals negative 8. So negative 8 is equal to negative 8. So the correct option is option number 2 is the correct option because that makes their negative 8. Type the integer that makes the following addition sentence true. So start with the first option, right? 4 plus negative 2 equals 1. Adding a negative integer is same as subtracting. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 is not equal to 1, right? Now try with the second option. Adding a negative number is same as subtracting. So 3 minus. So both sides are exactly equal. So that means 3 is the correct option. So the correct option is 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Eight minus negative 2 equals 10. That is 8 plus 2. So 10 is equal. Both sides are exactly equal. So the correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Type the integer that makes the following statement true. That is negative 1 because 1 minus 1 is 0. Type the integer that makes the following addition sentence true. Negative 6 plus 2 equals negative 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Negative 3 plus the missing number equals 2. So what number it is? Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, 1 plus the missing number is 4. So what number it is? That equals 4. So 1 plus 3 equals 4. That is 0, negative 6 equals negative 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. The correct option is 9. Type the integer that makes the following addition sentence true. That is 4 minus 9 is negative 5. Type the integer that makes the following addition sentence true. Negative 9 plus negative 3 is negative 12. Type the integer that makes the following subtraction sentence true. Negative 2 minus negative 1 equals 1. Negative 6 minus the missing number equals negative 12. Negative 6 and negative 6 is 12. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, chapter we were working on is operations with integers. The lessons we have covered today are integer addition and subtraction rules, add and subtract integers, complete addition and subtraction, equations with integers. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So, any questions you can please ask. If you no questions, no questions. Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session.